this is going to be my guide on how to beat the score challenge for the JJK 0 Part 2 event. And so today we're going to have two teams, one that's going to consist of some fairly decent heavy hitters, and another one that is completely free to play, that characters you could get from the standard banner and rec bits. So yeah, let's get into it. So for the first team, we're going to be using Teen Shoko in the first slot, Domain Gojo in the second, Blue Kamo in the third, Blue Sukuna in the fourth, and Yellow Yuki in the backup. And as for rec bits, we're using Unity from top to bottom just for the old gauge feel. And then for Gojo, we're going to be using Like-Minded Sisters, just for his auto skill, actually. Whenever he hits a crit, he gets a 200% old gauge feel for himself. And we're going to be using Ukraine rec bit on Kamo, because it applies 65% curse technique increase itself for one turn whenever we pop his ultimate. And then for Sukuna, we're using Pride. And if you don't know what Pride is, I'll explain it. Applies 60% curse technique increase itself for 2 turns during an 8-turn period, and can be used again after 5 turns. So really good rec bit. And for Yuki, we're using Disguise Connected. And the main skill of this rec bit is it applies 15% physical and curse technique increase to all allies for 2 turns. Realistically, you could use any kind of rec bit that does the same thing as this but better, but this is the best one that I found so far. And now let's take a look at the free-to-play team that I used to beat this challenge with. In the first slot, we have Red Yaga, and in the second, we have Yellow Domain Expansion Megami. And in the third, we have Team Ghetto, and in the fourth, we have Green Yuji. And the backup slot does not matter because he's not going to be needing to replace anybody on this team. And as for rec bits, we're using Unity from top to bottom just for the old gauge feel. And then as for Domain Expansion Megami, we're going to be using the Ukraine rec bit, which is a 65% curse technique increase to self for 1 turn for whenever we pop his ult. And for Team Ghetto, we're going to be using Non-Standard, which is an 85% curse technique increase to self for 1 turn for whenever we pop his ult. And then for Yuji, we're going to be using a Short Break with Divine Dogs, mainly for the auto skill, which is every time he hits a Black Flash or lands a crit, it's a 10% increase to both physical and curse technique for 4 turns. But the main skill combined with the auto skill is really what makes this rec bit very valuable in my opinion, because it applies a 65% damage dealt increase itself for 1 turn and a 25% crit damage dealt increase itself for 1 turn. And if you don't have this rec bit, or if it's not free to play, which I low-key don't think it is, you can use Satoru Gojo solo camping, which is a 65% damage dealt increase itself for 1 turn. So pretty much the same, just without the added bonus of getting physical technique increases every time he hits a Black Flash. And yeah, so if you use these teams on the score challenge, let me know what kind of damage numbers you're getting, where you made off at the score challenge on. And if you have any suggestions on how to make these teams better, let me know down in the comment section below. And yeah, enjoy.